I generate over 1,000 seller leads per week, and in this video, I'm gonna show you how to do it for wholesaling. Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of my wholesaling series. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to generate leads. Leads is the biggest issue that most people face, no matter what type of business they're in or what they're selling. My wife and I have built up one of the largest real estate teams in the entire country, the Keri Shull Team. We generate tens of thousands of buyer and seller leads, so we've done a lot. So we are one of the most experienced teams at doing this. So what I'm gonna show you in this video is going to help you whether you're just starting out in wholesaling or you've been doing it for a long time. The first thing to realize is that there's 2 basic ways to getting leads for wholesaling. You can either be a lighthouse or a tugboat. The tugboat gets ships safely into harbor by going out, meeting them, attaching to them, and pulling them in. It's very effective, and it works really, really well. The lighthouse gets ships safely into harbor by staying in one position and broadcasting light out. It sends a signal out and ships respond to that. They know which direction to drive and how to get to where they need to go because it's sending out a signal. In one case, you're trading time to get the result done. The other case, you're trading money. When it comes to generating seller leads, you can either prospect or marketing. Prospecting is going out and finding sellers. You're using a lot of your time, but not much money. Marketing is sending out a signal of some shape or form and getting sellers to respond to it. You use a lot less time, but it takes more money. So what is prospecting? How can it help you get leads when it comes to wholesaling? Prospecting and wholesaling is typically gonna be door knocking, calling, and leaving specific leave-behinds when you do door knock, all right? So you can get lists from sites like RedX and put them into an automatic dialer like Mojo, and you call, right? You call people in certain neighborhoods. You want to typically look for neighborhoods where there is transition going on. So maybe it's an older neighborhood. In the last several years, people started to build homes, right? Or a city block where they're turning row homes into condos. There's plenty of examples. Those are good people to target. You can also build out your list, by the way, in a database and do calls paired with door knocking and a leave behind. All right, so you can call every day, you can do door knocking. When you do door knocking or driving for dollars, you're driving around in good neighborhoods looking for rundown homes that need work. So look for signs of the home being in poor condition. Tall grass, bad roof, no paint, junk in the yard, that kind of stuff, right? That's a signal that this house might not be in good shape. The owner might want to be getting to get out, all right? So door knocking, phone calling, driving for dollars, and when you do this, use leave behinds. Use a note that says, I have investors interested in your property. Do you need to close? I can close quickly, right? Come up with your own marketing message. All right, when it comes to marketing, you want to figure out how can I use more of my money and less of my time to get people to come to me. It's much more scalable, much more efficient, but depending on where you are in your career, you might need to stick more towards the prospecting. But if you're going to market, there's a couple different things you can do. You can do what we call traditional marketing. This is things like direct mail, signs. Some people will do billboards even. That's really expensive, so a lot of you might not be at that level. That's okay, but I did want to mention it. Those are all things that are examples of traditional marketing. Things that will, a direct mail is a piece of mail that goes in goes directly to your list of sellers. So you can pull a list of homes that have been owned for a long time. There hasn't been a transaction in 20 years, so the owner's been there a while. They've probably got a lot of equity in it. Maybe the land value's high, the improved value's low. You can set those parameters in your search, and direct mail, it typically works best, by the way, to do it in batches. So hit your list once in week 1, once in week 2, once in week 3, rather than spreading it out over 3 months, right? And then really, if you can do that, combined with door knocking the area, That's a really great way to use both systems here, the marketing and the prospecting. So those are some of the traditional ways. If you really want to expand and scale, you can get into the digital method, the digital world. This is where we've really grown our own real estate brokerage business and development business over the last couple of years through digital media. When it comes to digital ads, there's two types. There is intent-based marketing and there's disruptive marketing. So what's the difference? Well, intent-based marketing is when you're looking for sellers that truly have the intention of taking action. These are people that are going onto YouTube and Googling about information on how to sell their home fast. Or they're going to Google and looking up, what's the value of my home? How to sell my home without a real estate agent, how to sell my home quickly, right? Those are the types of things they're typing into Google. Or maybe they're going into Zillow or some third-party site and asking for a home estimate, all right? So you can use Google PPC, you can use YouTube ads, you can use Zillow and other methods like that to pay for the leads. These leads are usually more motivated, by the way, than disruptive ads. So they cost more, but they're usually willing to take action much sooner. When it comes to disruptive ads, this is a good opportunity to get in front of leads for a lot cheaper. These are typically ads that you put on Facebook, Instagram, maybe other social media platforms. They're called disruptive because people are usually not going on to Facebook or Instagram to figure out how to sell their home, right? They're going on there to connect with friends, see what's going on in the world, look at their grandkids, look at the girl dancing in the bikini, whatever, right? Everyone gets on there for different reasons, but typically not to learn how to sell their home. So when you do ads on these disruptive platforms, you're disrupting that person's activity. They might not be as motivated as the intent-based ads. So it's gonna take you longer. It's a longer term lead. You're gonna have follow-up systems in place to stay in touch, whether it's phone, email, text, or combination of all of that. So those leads will be cheaper, but they'll take longer to get. So those are the basic ways to get leads if you wanna learn how to wholesale. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for part 4, where I'll show you how to negotiate the deal once you have a motivated seller in front of you.